Please subscribe and hit the ring bell.
Alice Amonde is standing on a beach along the Kenyan shores of Lake Victoria. She makes her living by selling fish, and she's waiting for her boat to come in from a night on the lake so she can take the fisherman's catch, clean it and sell it in a nearby village. When things were going well in her village of Nduru Beach, she'd earn about $50 a day. Now she is lucky as she makes $3 a day. The reason for this downturn: in March, after prolonged heavy rains, Nduru Beach, population roughly 1,000, was literally submerged in water. The homes, typically constructed with sturdy and thick mud walls and metal roofs, were damaged and destroyed. Floodwaters carried away the villagers' cows, chickens and other farm animals. No deaths were reported among the residents, who fled inland. Some have found alternate housing or are staying with family or friends. Others live in crowded makeshift quarters on the grounds of a local church and in schoolrooms. They depend on aid and the charity of neighbors for basic needs such as food. Even now, months later, many houses are submerged in 5 feet of water. Amonde is one of the very few who have returned, hoping to earn some money again in the fish trade. The fishing boat she owns survived the flooding. She and her children are squatting in a rusty abandoned building next to the flooded beach. No sex for fish. Last year, a team from NPR met Alice Amonde when we traveled to Kenya to do a story about a revolutionary program called No Sex for Fish. In her village and others along the lake, men do the fishing and women sell the catch. In the 1970s, a new practice arose that the women hated. The population of fish in the lake began to diminish because of overfishing and environmental problems, sewage and agricultural runoff, for example. So the men began saying, "Give me sex, and I'll make sure you get fish to sell." Many women felt they had no alternatives even if it meant they could be infected with HIV. "I exchange sex, I get fish," Milka Onyango told us. The 40-year-old mother of 6 said, "I don't care about getting HIV. Me, I need fish. I need earning to sustain my family." The women in Nduru Beach came up with a bold idea. What if women owned the boats? What if there was no sex for fish? With the initial help of a Peace Corps volunteer, the women got grants from USAID and later from the charity World Connect to buy their own boats. They hired men to fish for them. They flipped the power dynamic. Early on, with a series of grants, the No Sex for Fish program got about 30 boats and gave them to women, including Amonde. The women hired men to do the fishing for them. It was an unprecedented flip of the power dynamic. Suddenly, women were in charge. They earned a good income. They told us how happy and proud they were. On a sunny Sunday during our visit in November 2019, we visited Amonde in her well-kept home. Sitting on a comfy couch, we shared a meal of fried fresh-caught fish and homemade bread, while a kitten played at our feet. Now the lake has risen so high that she can only see the roof of her home. The walls of other homes are above water but cracked, rendering them uninhabitable. And the No Sex for Fish program has been devastated by the flooding and its aftermath. Thick invasive water hyacinth weeds, washed ashore by the swollen lake, surround the homes and fishing boats. Some of the boats are so entangled they cannot be used. And when fishermen do go out, they blame the tangle of weeds in the lake itself for the poor catch. They say they're not able to row out to breeding sites where they can net hundreds of fish.
Please subscribe and hit the ring bell.